Good evening, YouTube. This is Michael, and I'm coming to you with this special 100 subscriber Q&A video. It is time. So, if you're here watching, I thank you. If you've subscribed, I definitely thank you. So, let's get to the surprise here. I'm going to be answering some questions that were submitted to me for this video. And while I answer them, we're going to be playing a ticket. Ta-da! A special $100,000 spicy triplet crossword. $5 crossword from the Colorado Lottery. So, 2 crossword grids, 18 your letters. 3 or more words needed in either grid to win. And if you get the complete word that has the flame symbol in it, you win double the prize, and if you get the complete word that has the chili symbol in it, you win triple the prize for that grid. You cannot get both the flame and the chili symbols in the same grid, but you can get one in each. Okay? Overall odds of winning are 1 in 3.93. So, let me get to the questions. They're not written down, but I do recall them from memory, so here we go. Let's start with an easy one. Fixin' to Scratch asked me what my favorite movie was. He wasn't the only one to ask me this, but this was his only question. And he asked me what my favorite movie was. And my answer is the original Point Break from 1991. I've watched both Point Break versions, the one in 1991 and the one that came out, I think it was in 2015. I have to tell you, that one sucked. Okay. I'll be honest, I'm not much of a movie guy. Period. I don't like a whole lot of movies, but there's just something about the original that I really liked. I thought was just fantastic. I can't really explain it. So, anyway, that's my answer there. I will forewarn you guys before I go much further. Expect this video to probably be in the 15 to 20 minute range. Okay? So, let's see. I think I've gotten all the U's and H's to begin with. Alright, next question. Anthony Kirkwood, he submitted a question to me a little while back, and yes, I think I've answered it already, but I'm going to answer it again because not everybody knows. What's the most I've won on a scratch ticket? And the answer is $500. I won $500 one time, and that was on a $3 crossword from 2009 Animal Crossword. If you guys look back in my scratch ticket recaps, you can find the story behind that one. Obviously, it was my biggest winner ever. So, you can look that up and see how that one played out. A lovely queue. Of course, I do not have a queue. Okay, give me just a moment so I can cross these off my list as I get them answered. Okay. Oh yeah, next. Scratching the Edge asked me, what is the reason for starting the channel? And I touched upon that in my previous Q&A video, but again, I'll go ahead and answer it again because there's probably quite a few of you who didn't watch the original Q&A. And the answer is I started the channel primarily as an experiment. An experiment in my basically stretching my own abilities, learning some new things, and building more of a presence on social media. I'm going to be honest, I'm still learning a heck of a lot as I do these videos. Every time I do a video, I learn something new, okay? And I'm going to be honest, guys, I don't have a fancy setup. My setup comprises of a smartphone with a backlight, a table. I've acquired a clipboard for my on-the-road sessions, but for right now, I'm using tape, Scotch tape, to tack down the ticket so I can scratch, because I'm holding the phone, which is my camera, in my left hand while I scratch with my right hand. Okay? And I'll be honest, I don't have money for a better setup. I don't have home internet. Okay? My outreach to the world consists solely of my smartphone. Okay? I don't have money for better. But that in mind, I am trying to deliver the highest quality product that I can with the limited resources that I have available. So, I hope that sort of gives you an idea about how the channel works, how my channel works. Just as a further demonstration of things, just to give you more of an idea, I don't have money to sink in, a lot of money to sink into tickets. So when I started this channel, it was exclusively as a low roller channel. Okay, now I do have some private videos due to circumstances being better or generous gifts from friends and or subscribers. I've been able to, there's an S I missed, I've been able to do some higher limit tickets, like a $20, I've done $150, I've done a few tens, so on and so forth. But it's not something I get to do very often, okay? Some of you, I'm sure, are a little frustrated that all I ever seem to do are the 3s, the 5s, 1s and 2s, crosswords and bingos. And I do that because it's time consuming. It gives me the most bang for my buck, so on and so forth. Okay? But I have been trying to get more input, and you'll start seeing in some of these future videos, hopefully, you'll start seeing a little more of what you want to see. That's hopefully the idea. Okay? So, I'm learning a lot about myself and a lot about the process as I go through this. It never crossed my mind that I would ever hit 100 subscribers. To be honest, I really didn't think that was going to happen. And I thank all of you who have taken the time to watch my videos and believe in me and subscribe to me, because it really does mean a lot. It lets me know that I'm doing something right. Okay? Alright. Let me scratch a couple more letters here. There are no J's, so I can move on. And I'm pretty sure I don't have any Z's, and I have now gotten all 4 junk letters. Yippee. And I still don't have a word. B. Okay. Alright, guys, let me move on. Alright. Twins in 764. He's a very prominent Colorado lottery scratch person. Puts out a lot of videos, has a very, depending on the day, it can be either a very funny chipmunk voice, or some days it can be a very annoying chipmunk voice. Some days it's both. But he texted me about the time that I got my 100th subscriber, and he said, I want to know your favorite such and such, and he proceeded to dump an entire list. So that's why I saved him for last, because I knew it was going to take the most time. So, Mr. Twinsen, you wanted to know a lot about me? Here you go. You already found out the movie, my favorite movie, from duplication, from fixing to scratch. So I'm going to go in order as you submitted it. Okay. By the way, before we continue, I do have one word, the word I, on the top grid. Need 3 on either grid to win. Okay. After this, I have 4 letters left, and I have gotten 2 vowels, so I know I'm going to get 1 more for sure. Okay, favorite color. That's an easy one. My favorite color has always been blue. Okay, ever since I was a little kid. You asked me for my favorite actor or actress. I don't have one. Again, I'm not a big movie or even really TV watcher. Okay. To me, celebrities are just ordinary people. Okay. So, I don't have a real preference for any of them. Similarly, favorite hero or villain, again, I don't really have one. I guess a lot of that is because I've never really thought about it. So, sorry to disappoint you. I did give it a lot of thought, but I just realized I don't really have one. So, that is what it is. Okay, fruit or veggie. This is another one that I really had to think about. Probably the fruit that I like eating the most of is bananas. Okay, bananas are quick and easy, and they are good for you. So, we'll go with banana. Alright, candies. I'm not much of a big candy guy, but I will say Jolly Ranchers, the originals. Original flavors. Even there, though, I do have my favorites. I like the cherry, grape, and blue raspberry. The best. Okay. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to love the watermelon ones. I've kind of gotten away from them, though. I don't like them as much now. I prefer to let my mother have those, because watermelon's her favorite flavor. So, she in turn can't stand the grape ones, so she lets me have those. We need really good letters for the last 2, because we are getting nowhere on this. Okay. Favorite restaurant? Texas Roadhouse. Can't eat there very often, usually about once a year due to money constraints, but love their rolls, can't be beat, and I love steak. So, there you go. Favorite website? Well, again, I'm not sure that I really have one. I mean, I have some that I visit more than others, but I'm not sure that really answers your question. So, I'm going to say I don't really have one. Okay. Song and artist. I like a lot of different songs, a lot of different music, but I'm going to have to say probably my all-time favorite is the song Church Bells by Carrie Underwood. You asked me to pick my favorite video game, and I can't. But the reason is I can't narrow it down to one. There's just too many. Pretty much most of the games in the Mario, Sonic, Legend of Zelda, and Fire Emblem franchises I like. There are some in each I don't care for. Okay? Simply because they don't fit in the general norm. For example, I'm not a huge fan at all of Triforce Heroes in the Legend of Zelda series. Mario is missing. Well, it's a great game if you're like 5 years old. Okay? Terrible game when you're 25. Okay? Entirely too easy. Not every Fire Emblem game has been fantastic. I've actually been underwhelmed by a couple of them. Okay? So, bottom line is I can't narrow it down to just one. Favorite board game? Probably chess. I think I'm better at it than I probably am. But, crud. I was hoping for maybe the A or something. So, I can tell you right now, we did not win on this ticket, guys. But, that's kind of supplementary here. Getting to the rest of your questions, there's a few left. Food and drink. Okay, even though I did say a few moments ago I love steak, I think my favorite food has to be pizza. Okay? I like eating it either hot or cold. I'm one of those few who's not turned off by cold pizza. Okay? And there's enough different varieties that pizza's customizable food. You can customize it pretty much any way you like. Okay? I do have better versions of pizza that I like. I like Domino's or Pizza Hut. Can't stand Papa John's. Okay? Just to give you an idea. Okay, before I finish up the Q&A, just to let you guys know the ticket did not win. The code letters are NGT. I only got 2 words on both top and bottom. I got the word Y and the word I up top, and on the bottom I got the words new and weak. So, anyway, so the ticket was a loser. Let's get down to the rest of the questions here. Let's see. Animated TV show. Back in the day, they used to feature Looney Tunes cartoons. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, that whole list of characters. Tasmanian Devil, Tweety Bird, and Sylvester. I like those. Those have always stuck with me. I think it's just funny. They just don't make them like that anymore. I'm not a fan of modern day animation like The Simpsons or Bob's Burgers or any of that garbage. To me, it's rude, crude, just completely unnecessary. Okay? I prefer the true cartoons. Not the borderline X-rated version junk. Okay? Alright. Favorite hobby. I've got a lot of different hobbies I like. I like playing cards. I like taking hikes, walks, whatever you want to call, walking or hiking. I like playing computer games. But at the end of the day, the one thing that I like doing more than anything else is reading. I read a lot of fiction. I read a lot of comic books. But if there's a good, I like westerns. So I like multiple genres of books. I just like to read. But I will tell you this much. If the book doesn't catch my eye immediately, I will stop it and I will go on to something else. And finally, favorite animal. Dogs. That's a no-brainer. And the smaller the dog, the better. Okay? Growing up, I've had a lot of small dogs. Pomeranians, Shih Tzu, a couple Jack Russell Terriers. Small dogs that don't go over the 20, 25 pound weight. Okay? And part of that is because at that small size, they still look like puppies. Even as full-grown adults, they look like puppies. And let's face it, who doesn't love puppies? They're cute. Actually, some of them are just downright adorable. Some of them are really funny. So that's the end of the questions. But I'm going to give you guys a little bit more. Okay? Recently, I've decided to take up a few additional hobbies in addition to doing YouTube. I am currently in the process of writing a book. I'm still trying to determine if I want to publish it or not. I've actually completed the first draft and some editing and whatnot. I've got some friends testing it now as we speak. I've asked them to look it over, read it, critique it, so on and so forth. And their responses from there are going to determine what I do next. Okay? I've taken up artistic drawing. And if you'll bear with me, I will get up, walk over to where I keep my drawings. Yes, you're getting an impromptu view of my room. And yes, it's a mess. Alright. Here's some of the drawings I've done. I take normal 4x6 plain index cards, no rules, no lines, no nothing. And then I use colored pencils and I create some art. So here's some of the drawings in no particular order. Just to kind of give you an idea what kind of work I do. And yes, it's very simplistic. No one is ever going to accuse me of being a world-famous artist in the Louvre. For those of you who don't know, I live in Colorado, so I have a lot of mountains and similar landscapes to look by. This picture that you're looking at now, this drawing, is actually a representation of New Year's Eve. Living in Colorado Springs, I live at the foothills, the foot of Pikes Peak, basically. And every New Year's Eve, they shoot off fireworks at the stroke of midnight. So that's a representation of what that one is about. I'm not going to show you that one. This is the last one I did. And I think this is actually my best work. I've actually done a couple that I've given away to friends. Okay? And I'll be honest, if this is something that you would want to see, comment in the comments section and let me know. I will try and, if you want me to create something for you, I will try and do that. Okay? One of the pictures I showed you was of a skydiver. That's not something I've done in my life, but it's something I'd like to do. But I've got some limitations. Obviously, money is one of them, and I currently weigh a little too much. I'm, depending on the day, anywhere from 250 to 270. It just depends. Okay? Tossing the losing ticket in the garbage can. Okay. So let me just conclude by saying, I hope you guys have gotten to learn a little bit more about me from this special Q&A. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, feel free to comment in the comment section. If I get enough questions, I will put out another Q&A. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Sorry that this video is so long. We're over the 25-minute mark. But I felt it was important to share myself with you guys, the subscribers, because without you, none of the rest of this would be possible. So, I thank you very much. I hope to see you guys next time I have the itch to scratch. So, we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.